Welcome to Echo Junior. I'm so glad you could make it today. Let's start out with our welcome song. Hello, hola, ni hao. I'm so glad you came. Hello, hola, ni hao. Please tell me your name. Oh, I see Mason. Hi, Mason. Hola, Silas and Eden. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Gavin. Oh, and I see Addison and Harper and ni hao, Raphael. Hello, Peyton. Hello, Evelyn. And Noah and Isla joined us. Oh, and I think we have some new kids too. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. Today, we are going to do one of your favorite stories. It's one we've done before, and I know you'll all love it. It's David and Goliath. So here we go. David and Goliath from 1 Samuel 17. Who was mean and tall and strong? A giant named Goliath, who had a spear that was sharp and long. A giant named Goliath. Every morning and every night, Goliath tried to pick a fight. Come and get me if you can. But all God's people turned and ran. He's a big man. A boy named David came one day. He heard what Goliath had to say. But David said, this man's a clod. He's making fun of the living God. The king found out what David said. But then the king just shook his head. How can someone as young as you expect to do what a soldier can't do? God will be with me, David said. So at last the king nodded his head. David turned and left the king. He took his staff and he took his sling. He walked on down to a little stream where he found 5 stones, smooth and clean. Goliath saw David, and it made him mad. He let out a roar to frighten the lad. But David kept coming. He didn't run away. That's when Goliath heard him say, you come to me with a spear and a sword, but I come to you in the name of the Lord. David made the sling go round and round. The stone flew up with a whistling sound, and giant Goliath fell to the ground. That's our story of David and Goliath, and I thank you for joining me. But we've been sitting for a while, so let's get up and let's move around. Okay, let's do our song, Only a Boy Named David. Now remember, he was only a boy, so when we say only a boy named David, we put our hand out here. And we say a rippling brook, and we say 5 little stones he took, and then 1 little stone goes in our sling, and our sling will go round and round. Ready? Here we go. Only a boy named David, only a rippling brook, only a boy named David, but 5 little stones he took, and 1 little stone went in the sling, and the sling went round and round, and round and round and round and round and round and round and round, and the 1 little stone went up in the air, and the giant came tumbling down. How'd you do? Okay, you ready for the next one? You got to move everything in this one. We're going to be in the Lord's army. Now, remember, Saul's army was all scared. They ran away. But David, even though he was young like you guys, he was in God's army. So now, let's join David in God's army. Ready? We're going to march with the infantry. We're going to put our hands together like we're holding reins and ride in the cavalry. We're going to shoot the big cannon artillery. We're going to fly over the enemy. And we're going to be in the Lord's army. Ready? Here we go. I may never march in the infantry, ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never fly o'er the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army. Here we go. I may never march in the infantry, ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never fly o'er the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir! That's all for today, and I'm so glad you could join me. I can't wait to see you again. And remember, even though you're little, you can still be in God's army. Bye.